Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Rakibul Kabir, Associate Professor, East Delta University, Chittagong, Bangladesh. This presentation is prepared for BLM 2 ICAM 4 International Joint Conference. The topic of this paper is behavioral intention to adopt tech-based tax return submission, evidence from a developing country. This is Mohammad Rakibul Kabir. Along with me, there are two other authors, Muhammad Hassan Shakil and Sadia Muslim. All of us are from School of Business Administration at East Delta University. Well, tax is undeniably the main source of government revenue, while at the same time, it aims to reduce income and wealth inequality by raising more taxes and on wealthy people and offering benefits to the poor segment of the society. Unfortunately, traditional taxing system has created reluctance among the taxpayer to pay tax, and many of the people are trying to avoiding this. On this background, Bangladesh government has introduced electronic tax filing system, which is technology-based innovation in the government sector. And some people have already started using this particular technology of submission of income tax return, while many people are not still aware regarding this fact. So on this background, we have identified our problem statement that to ensure the increase in the direct tax ratio to the GDP, we need to identify the best way which will convince people to pay tax. And on this background, the application of tech-based taxing return submission has been explored here, and hence the factors influencing people to accept this tech-based submission of income tax return has been explored in this particular research. So from this, we can identify our research problems. We want to identify the factors of tech-based return submission system adoption, and we want to know specifically whether perceived behavioral control and social influence play any role in this particular case. We also want to see how attitude plays role in this regard. In our literature review segment, we reviewed the relevant literature to tax return submission and the problems regarding this. We also reviewed the literature on the traditional tax return submission status and how it is creating problem. Finally, we tried to identify the relevant literature for tech-based tax return submission, and hence we tried to identify the research gap. If we look at this particular research framework, it is clearly evident that we have tried to incorporate theory of planned behavior and the exogenous constructs are behavioral attitude, subjective norm, and perceived behavioral control, and the endogenous construct is behavioral intention to adopt tech-based tax return submission. So we have actually three hypotheses to be specific. One is perceived behavioral control has a significant and positive influence on the intention to adopt online tech-based tax return submission. The second one is behavioral attitude has a significant and positive influence on the intention to adopt tech-based tax return submission. And the other one is subjective norm has a significant positive influence on the intention to adopt online tax return submission. So if you talk about methodology, the sample of this particular study has been taken from the population of the taxpayer of Bangladesh. A total of 141 respondents have been selected as a sample for this study. And the data are primary in nature, collected through a structural questionnaire, and the survey began on December 17, 2020 and ended on December 27, 2020. And the questionnaire has been designed based on Likert 5-point scale, with 1 representing strongly disagree, while 5 representing strongly agree. And we used PLS-SAM for its benefit and strength. And as we have used PLS-SAM for this particular research, we have two parts of our model. One is measurement model and the other one is structural model. as per the measurement model, we have tested the internal consistency, convergent validity, and discriminant validity. And if you look at, we have explored Cronbach alpha, composite reliability index, AV and RHO, as well as loading. As per the required criteria, the Cronbach alpha should be 0.7 or more as per Hare et al. And loading should be 0.5, more than 0.5 if the average variance extracted is also more than 0.5 as per the relevant literature. And AV, RHO, and composite reliability should be more than 0.7 according to Hare et al. 2016 and 2017. And all of these criteria have been fulfilled by the particular this particular study. So we can claim that the data are ensuring consistency and relevant validity. Now, if we look at discriminant validity, we check cross-loading, we check Fornell-Laker criteria, and we check HTMT ratio. The outer loading of a predictor on the corresponding construct must have a higher value than all of its cross-loading on the indicator, to be precise, according to Hare et al. 2016. And you can see the highlighted values in this particular table are showing the appropriateness. Then we check Fornell-Laker criteria, and according to Fornell-Laker criteria, as per Hare et al., all the square root of AV must be higher than the correlation between the construct and other constructs. And you can see the first value in each column is the higher value, which is the square root of AVE. Thus, it also fulfilled the second condition of Fornell-Laker. And last, HTMT ratio, according to the literature of Hensler et al. 2015 and Teo et al. 2008, it should be less than 0.90, and all the values have fulfilled this criteria. So now we can claim that the study ensures required validity and consistency. Then we talked about the structural model, and first we have checked for collinearity, and the collinearity has been checked with VIF, and as per the requirement, the VIF values should be less than 3.3, and all the VIF values have fulfilled the required condition. And then we check the hypothesis results, and all the three hypotheses are showing acceptance at 5% level, and hence we can comment on this that our model hypotheses are accepted. Now, if we look at the other issues in the structural model, R square, you can see the R square value is 0.863, showing a very substantial amount of influence of the exogenous variables on the endogenous variables. We also checked F squared to see the effect size, and the effect size are good. Behavioral attitude has a medium effect, while perceived behavioral control has a large effect. However, as per Chin 1998, even a small effect is acceptable if the other parameters are okay. Then we also check for predictive relevance, and as per Hare et al. 2016 and Child 2006, the values of construct redundancy and communality are good enough. All of the values are more than 0.2, satisfying the criteria. So if we summarize the findings, first we can see the R square value of 86.3%, which is substantial. And if you look at the specific exogenous variable, we can see perceived behavioral control has the most predictive power, along with the other variable called behavioral attitude with a beta of 0.278. Social norm or subjective norm has also a positive influence with a beta of 0.135. The predictive capacity of the exogenous construct indicate that creating more awareness and making it accessible and feasible to use can be a game changer in this case. The pre-arrangement to embrace the tech-based tax return submission plays a vital role in shaping the intent of the users to adapt tax system. The concerned users must have adequate knowledge about the system and also about all the pros and cons of it that require special campaign. So this particular study has both theoretical and practical policy implication, which has been described here. Nevertheless, this particular study has some limitations. If the limitations are looked at, it will actually create some future research area. So that's all for this study. If you have any specific query, you can mail me at rokibul.k@eastdelta.edu.bd, and we will be able to answer all of your queries. Thank you very much for your question.